We are live at the River's Edge in downtown Davenport on this beautiful Saturday, November afternoon. A nice warm day along the Mississippi. It was cold this morning, though. All right, just a few minutes here. We'll be starting our Ames versus your Quad City Blues JV game. Teams that are gathering up the pucks, heading to the benches for their final instructions. I was a little lazy this week with all the holidays. I didn't do my homework, so I don't know the records off the top of my head for either team. But we're looking forward to a good game as usual between the Ames Cyclones and your Quad City Blues. All right, it looks like the teams have sent out their starting lineups. In net, we got Cody Harkey for the Quad City Blues. Looks like we got Mendoza, Blanc, and Smith out there as the forwards, with Waterman and Sicheski back on defense. For Ames, looks like in goal is number 80, Parker Pittman. They list him at 5'9", 150 pounds. He's in 10th grade. Out of Johnson High School in the Ames area. See number 76. That is Bryson Lundahl, 5'5", 125 pounds. He's a freshman from Ankeny Northview. Got 44, fine 44, Weston Boret, pronounce that right, 5'6", 125, forward. He's a freshman out of Ankeny Northview also. All right, there's the signal, the whistle, the drop of the puck, and we have our action. Ames wins the faceoff, carries it up across the red line, but it's pushed back. Ames coils back into the zone, tries to make a pass through the neutral zone, can't connect. The Blues push it up. They throw it in the zone. Wraps around behind the net. The Blues come away with a shot on net. And the Ames fighting over it. There's a penalty. It's going to be on Ames. Blues collect it, but Ames touches it but doesn't control. Oh, no, this must be on the Blues. What? Okay. Well, the Blues clearly had control back here, and he had his arm up. Yeah. All right, let's see what the signal is. I think we got an interference call on the Blues already. So at 14:23 of the first period, the Blues will be killing a penalty. I didn't catch who it was. So the Blues are down a man. Face off to the right of Cody Harkey. Quad City wins it. The Blues send it out the boards. Up and out of the zone. Ames collects. Coils back. Here comes Ames, cross the blue line into the zone. They send it around the boards. Blues are setting up. D-to-D pass along the blue line. Sent to the far corner. The Blues push it up. Ames can't control it. Slides out all the way to the Ames end. Goalie comes out to play it. Drissel almost intercepts that pass from the goalie. Ames gets it to neutral zone. There's a whistle on the play. The puck was deflected high in the air, and an Ames player grabbed it and threw it down. I don't know why there was a stoppage. 1:22 left on the penalty to the Quad City Blues. 0-0, 13:40 of the first. Ames carries it out, loses control over the red line. They carry it in. They manage to throw it deep. Sachesky after it. Pushes his man off the puck. It's tied up. 2 Ames players behind the net with Sachesky. They're still battling. Sachesky drops his stick. Ames comes away with it. Cut comps on him. Gets in the way of the puck, but doesn't know where it went. Sent to the front of the net, but Sachesky's doing a masterful job of tying his man up. There's a tap at a one-timer high over the net. Sent up to the blue line, but it's intercepted. But Smith can't catch up to it. It was a good attempt. He read that play well. Mendoza back to Sachesky. Sachesky sends it up. It's off an Ames player. Goes down. The goalie comes out to play. Smith on it. The goalie sends it around. Ames collects along the half bars at the hash marks, but the Blues control it in the zone. Waterman sends it back to Smith, who loses control. Ames gathers D in their own end. They're struggling on this power play with 19 seconds left. Send it across the neutral zone. Waterman gets to it, and there's a hard collision between Waterman and the Ames player. But Ames comes away at the puck, throws it cross corner. Harkey tries to play it, but almost loses it. Up the boards comes the Blues. Amos Spector's dumped, and there's going to be a penalty. They're going to call tripping on Ames. So just like that, after the Blues kill off their first penalty of the game, they will be going on a power play. So at 12:20 of a 0-0 game, the Blues will have a 2-minute power play to work with. Man advantage, we send out Munsterman. Sent off Brock Carroll. Drissel takes face off. Ames controls. Giles on the blue line with Spector. Puck comes to Giles, takes a shot, sends it in. There's an attempt at a deflection. Goes wide of the net. And Ames manages to chip it out. Giles collects, loses control. It goes right back to Drissel, who sends it up to Giles. Giles sends it in the zone. Races on. Ames throws up the board. Nobody there for the Blues. They collect it at the red line. Spector has it, sends it up to Munsterman. He tries to make a move, but it gets tied up in the skates of the Ames player. Brock can't get through the Ames players. Amos Spector comes through. Oh, nice backhand attempt. He had the goalie beat, but he just threw it into the goalie. Ames sends it down the ice. Harkey tries to play it. It gets past him. Blues first to it. Blanc circles, comes up ice. Gets bumped, loses control, but maintains control of the puck. All the way up to the hash marks. Oh, he tries to send it back. Loses control, but Waterman picks it up, sends it down the boards. Ames throws it up. Blanc in the way. Fires a low one hard on net. And the goalie collects it in, takes a stoppage. We'll have a face-off to the right of the goalie. 45 seconds left in the power play at 11:05 of the first period. 0-0, your game between the Quad City Blues and the Ames Cyclones. Teams line up for the face-off. There's the drop of the puck. Blanc wins it over to Smith. Smith sends it back to the point. Sachesky walks it, sends it over to Waterman. Waterman fumbles with it, slides one at the goalie. Oh, he didn't know where it was. Blanc was right in there, but there's the whistle. And we'll have a face-off to the left of the Ames goalie. Well, the Blues are getting shots, but nothing's getting through. They've been throwing them low on the ice. Ames changes up a couple of their penalty killers. Blanc for the face-off. There's a drop of the puck. Sam wins it, but Ames manages to throw it the length of the ice. Sachesky's on it. Collects it. Behind the net he goes. Sends it up the boards. Off the boards. This could be an icing. No, they wave off the icing. Ames sends it hard around the boards. Smith is there. He loses control. Waterman picks it up. Top of the circle. Sends it over to Sachesky right in the slot. Shoots! I think it was deflected. I don't know who it was that deflected it, but the Blues put one on the board at 10:32 on a power play goal. I think that was Blanc that deflected it. So Blanc's first through the line. That's who I'm going with for the moment. For a nice shot from Waterman at the top of the slot. All right, just like that, your Quad City Blues are up after killing a penalty and going on the power play. So we have Alexander, Karsten, and Price out there as forwards with Cutcomp and Spector back on the blue line. Alexander battles. They tie up. The Blues come away at the puck. Karsten sends it into the corner. Goalie comes out and plays it. He holds it up for his defenseman who rims it around. Spector gets there, but not in time. Puck comes out. He regroups. Throws a pass that's intercepted. Ames walks in, takes a shot. It's deflected high to the glass behind the net. Ames throws it to nobody in the slot. Thank God. Puck sent up the ice. It could be a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Price takes a shot. It's loose. Alexander can't get to it in time. Ames sends it up. It's going the length of the ice. Icing's the signal, and icing is the call. The Blues had a beautiful scoring chance there. It was pretty much a 3-on-1. Price took the shot. The goalie gave a little bit of a rebound, but Trey Alexander couldn't quite get to it before the Ames player did. So the Blues change up their forwards. We have Place taking the faceoff with Pruitt and Beckwith out there. Waterman and Szczeski back on the blue line. Drop of the puck. Ames wins it, but Szczeski gets it. Or no, I'm sorry, that's Guile. Guile gets it, throws it back to the corner. Ames sends it around. Guile can't control it at the boards. Puck gets out of the zone. It's a foot race. Ames gets to it, but Waterman does a nice job getting back. Nice stick check. Blues come out. Rink-wide pass to Pruitt. Pruitt sends it in deep. Guile, who's a defenseman, is down deep. Points being covered. Beckwith poke checks, but Ames controls. Ames comes out, hits a winger at the blue line. He comes in, takes a shot into the skates of Ryan Waterman. Puck at the boards. Nice hit along the boards. But Ames controls down below the goal line. Waterman on him. Runs to the boards. Sends it up high off the glass. Puck's out. Ames gets it, throws it back in. Lines are changing. Puck goes deep. It's a foot race. Ames gets to it first, but it's sent up the boards. Ames controls along the board. Driscoll hits his man, drives him off the puck, gets it over to Szczeski. Szczeski across the red line, throws it in, chases after. Gets to it first, comes around with it. On his backhand, sends it to Brock Carroll. Carroll sends it behind the net. Munsterman to it. Can't control it, driven off the puck. Sent around the boards. Szczeski gets on it again at the hash marks. Carroll gets one, slides one towards the net. Munsterman attempts to redirect. Cutcomp, who went down deep, pinched, sends it up to Szczeski. He's battling for it, but Ames managed to get it out. Brock stands his man up. Szczeski's going to be the first one back to it. Ames changing behind the play. Puck up to Cutcomp. He can't control. Tries to get it out of the zone. It's at the point. Battle at the blue line. Szczeski stick in the way of a shot. Szczeski backhands one over the red line. Munsterman can't control it. Linesman in the way. Cutcomp gets it out. Ames controls, loses control. Munsterman gets it, sends it though. Oh, where'd the puck go? I can't see. Oh, Ames sends it for icing the other way. So we have a little, after the Blues score on a power play, we have some back and forth action up and down the ice. Ending with a icing by the Cyclones. So there'll be a face-off to the left of the Ames goalie. We have Blanc for the face-off with Mendoza and Smith, with Spector and Waterman back on the D. There's the whistle. Drop of the puck. Puck scores between Blanc's skates and out of the zone. The Blues collect. Throw it up to the blue line. Ames is on it. They throw it back to the Blues blue line. The Blues throw it to the red line, but Ames collects, and here they come in the zone. Shot goes wide of the net. Puck redirected out wide. Ames comes around, top of the slot. Nice shot, but it looked like it bounced off somebody. Race to the boards. Ames gets there, controls it. Top of the circles. But driven off the puck nicely by Blanc. Here they come. 3-on-1 again, the Blues. Smith gets it, pulls it into the zone. Sends it over. Oh, a nice try on a redirect by Mendoza, all alone in front of the net. Mendoza to Smith, but he loses control. Ames bounces it high off the glass, gains control. They flick it out. Waterman tries to knock it down. And the signal will be icing. Oh, but it's waved off. Here come the Blues. Up to Smith. Smith crossed the red line in the zone. Fires it on net. Blocker save. Drops in the corner. The Blues pick it up, but Ames sends it out. Gets behind the defense. There's a big hit. Brady Sajeski laid the lumber on the forward from Ames. Lost the stick, went to the corner, and the Ames Cyclones had a good scoring chance there. Ames controls it, but the Blues pick it up. There we go. Carson in the zone tries to shoot off the skates of the Ames player. Puck bouncing around loose. Nobody wants it, and it's deflected out of play. So the signal is there will be a face-off to the right of the Ames goalie. Brady Sacheski laid a big hit on the Ames forward, come down the ice, lost the stick, it flew to the corner, he ran over to grab it, and that left the Ames player all alone in front of the net, who ended up getting the puck sent to him, had a good scoring chance. There's the drop of the puck. Alexander wins it back. The Blues send it around the boards. Price sends it in front, nobody there. Oh, he sends it again. Alexander didn't have his stick on the right side. Ames sends it out off the boards on the opposite side. Guile picks it up. He's looking. Sends it up the ice. It's deflected by Cutcomp. It's going to die. Ames throws it out of their zone. Guile first to it. He's looking. He sends it hard to the far boards. Price gets to it, but the linesman was in the way. His pass intercepted at the red line. Cutcomp picks it up, goes behind the net, but reverses it. Alexander sends it to the blue line, but Ames keeps it in. Carson gets to it, deflects it to the red line. He's battling. He gets in the zone, still battling. He's driven off the puck, but gets it, sends it around. Price gets to it, pays by getting squished in the boards, and Ames gets it, sends it around. Spector tries to keep it in, but it gets over his stick. So no icing. Spector first to it. He's handled roughly, bounces it off the board, but can't get it up ice. Ames and the Blues are battling in that near corner. Carson gets a hold of it, tries to send it up to one of his forwards, to Beckwith, but it's intercepted. Ames gets it, throws it out into the neutral zone. Waterman gets it. There's a collision between two Blues players and a Cyclone. And the Cyclone set it in deep. Harkey sends it around behind his net to the far boards. Pruitt battling with one of the Ames players. Behind the net it goes. They try to center it, but Waterman gets in the way. Pruitt picks it up the boards, but he throws it a little too far ahead of himself. Turnover, shot, blocker save by Harkey. The Blues send it out lightly to neutral ice. It goes down, no icing. Here comes Ames. They send it all the way down. They miss the mark. So their pass intended for number 9 along the boards will go for icing. 3:52 left in the first period. The Blues are up 1-0 on the Cyclones. Face-off all the way back in the Cyclones' end to the left of the goalie. We have Munsterman. Driscoll taking the face-off with Brock Carroll. Guile and Sacheski back on D. Cyclones having the corner, send it up ice. Giles pinches. It gets off his stick, goes to neutral ice. Sacheski back with it, picks it up. Oh, but it gets off his stick. Number 7 by Ames was patient, poked it into the corner, was right on it. Oh, dangerous shot there by the Cyclones. Blues managed to dodge one there. They're playing giveaway in the neutral zone. Finally, the Blues send it deep. And, oh, there's a dangerous shot that went off the goalie. I didn't even see where the puck went. There's some rough stuff in the corner. Puck comes up the boards. Cyclones throw it up to number 7. He tries to make a move around Giles, but Guile gets a stick in the way. Ames tries to center it. Munsterman tries to do a fancy move around their guy, but loses control. Woo! Bodies pounding. Sticks are getting thrown. We got us a hockey game. Puck comes around the near boards. 22 by the Cyclones, picks it up, tries to center it, but it doesn't go anywhere. Puck sent deep. Harkey throws it back below the goal line in the corner. The puck's fired up the boards, but Ames comes with it. There's a big hit by Brock Carroll, and the Blues ice it. So after a relatively tame start, we've got a lot of physical play going on with 2:25 left in the first period. Score is 1-0 in favor of the Quad City Blues. We have a face-off to the right of Harkey. We'll have Blunk out there with Mendoza and Smith. Spector and Cutcomp back for D. Face-off one to Cutcomp. He sends it to the center of the ice. It's sent up to Mendoza. Mendoza gets past his man. Centers one on a backhand. But Smith didn't get everything on it. It went wide, and Ames comes out with it. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry, but they're offsides. They're held up just enough by big old Mr. 56. Jackson Cutcomp slowed down 3 of the Ames players by just being in the way. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone on the near boards here. There's the whistle. We got Blunk taking the face-off with Mendoza and Smith as forwards. Cutcomp gets to the puck, but loses control. Blunk comes back, gets it, sends it around to Spector. Spector has it, chips it out of the zone. Ames collects, throws it back in the zone. And the Blues have to hurry back. Down below the goal line, they pick it up. Under pressure. Cutcomp sends up the boards, but Ames is waiting for it. Shot on net, brushed aside. Around the boards it goes again. Ames comes away with it. Oh, and there's a dangerous deflection. The Blues are just throwing it to Ames at the points, and Ames are taking shots, and they had a nice scoring chance there. The Blues a little bit on their heels. They're struggling to get the puck out of the zone. There's a pass that's intercepted, but Blunk manages to get it away from the Ames player. He tries to send it to Mendoza, but there's a little bit of miscommunication. But he continues after it. Ames gets it. But Spector gets to a loose puck. Oh, sends it at the goalie, and Blunk was right there on the doorstep for any good rebound. The goalie sent it high, though. Shot that goes behind the net. Mendoza throws it right in the slot. Smith sends it over the net. He was all alone at the hash marks, right in the slot. Ames comes away with it. Pass intercepted. Blunk to Mendoza. Mendoza has it. He's looking, sends it over to Smith. Smith's on the backhand. Off the goalie's mask. So after a little sloppy play by both teams, the Blues have started to pick it up a little bit here with 33 seconds left in the first period. D-to-D pass misses. Sacheski has to go back and pick it up. Set up Carson. Tips it nicely to Alexander. Here comes Alexander. Can't get around his man. But he's back battling on the boards for it. Ames content to throw it around to the near side at the hash marks. Sends it up and out. But Jackson Price gets a hold of it, tries to send it back. Ames throws it back in the zone, and Sacheski's hustling back for it. 3 seconds left in the period. Puck's in up the ice, out of the zone. And there's your buzzer. End of the first period. Quad City Blues 1, the Ames Cyclones 0, but a back-and-forth game. Each team playing well at times, each team playing sloppy at times, each with one penalty. So we'll see what the second period has for us here at the River's Edge. All right, we're back for the start of the second period. This is the period of the long change. Teams change ends of the ice. So, after a back and forth seesaw first period that saw a sloppy play, good play, and a penalty to each team, the Blues come away with a power play goal to be up 1-0. All right, we have Blanc taking the faceoff with Smith and Mendoza out there, with Guile and Spector back on the blue line. Drop of the puck, and Ames wins the faceoff, chips up high along the board. Guile comes up, takes a hard one to the helmet, but no call. It's sent back. Blanc picks it up. He circles, looks, chips it up to Mendoza. They're across the blue line, the red line, in the zone. Mendoza shot low on the goalie, who makes an easy save. He clucks it in. He'll take the face-off to the left. All right, there's the whistle. Drop of the puck. Oh, no. Fooled everybody. Drop of the puck. Ames wins it again. Up the boards it goes. Guile sends it around. Hard it goes all the way around to the opposite side. At the hash mark, Smith pins his man, but Ames gets it out of the zone. Blanc was back, though. Gets it in, sends it in, goes deep to the corner. Ames sends it around the boards. Up to the hash marks. They pick it up, but Smith is on the man. Knocks it off his stick. They're battling. Nobody can control it. Smith, though, pokes it away. Gains control behind the net. He's looking up high. Sends it to Guile. Comes down to the hash marks. Guile sends it back behind the net. But nobody there. Mendoza managed to get his stick in the way. Spector pinches in. Can't keep it. And Ames has a 4-on-2 if they hurry. Somebody laid out there for that. Was that Blanc? But Ames takes it for a ride around the net, top of the circles. At the blue line, there's a shot. Goes glove side. Blanc picks it up, sends it. It's intercepted, but Mendoza manages to catch the puck after the Ames player loses control of it. He goes deep below the goal line. Oh, backhand to somebody coming down the slot there. Spector goes deep, manages to get control of it after he missed it initially. He's tied up along the boards. That's Driscoll in the corner battling. Bodies getting thrown around, being pinned up. The Blues collect it. Oh, a little dipsy doodle. Doesn't work. That's Munsterman, I believe. He gets checked hard off the board. Ames gets it out. Nice little flick around the defenseman. But Sachesky gets a hold of it. Nice pass. Munsterman in the top of the slot. One man to beat. Gets pushed down from behind. There'll be a penalty. It'll be coming to the Cyclones. Harkey going to the board. Sachesky back on the puck. Ames pressing hard. Sachesky back to, I think it's Driscoll. Cut comp up to Munsterman, who throws it up the boards. Blanc lifts the stick. No contact. Ames gets it, and there's the whistle. So a delayed penalty will turn into a power play for the Blues. Cody Harkey managed to get all the way to the bench on the long change. But the Blues couldn't do much on the delayed penalty, so now they have a power play. 12:36 of the second period. 2 minutes up on the board. Did you see who went in? I didn't see. All right, the Blues. There's the drop of the puck. Ames comes away with it, sends it hard around the boards. But Sachesky gets to it, backhands it back down the boards. It's up in the air. Smith gets it, throws it to the middle of the ice, but Ames is there. They send it down the length of the ice. Harkey comes out to play. The Blues come back to set up their power play. Sachesky overskates it, leaves it for Blanc. Up the board to Mendoza, but it's behind him a little bit. He deflects it up into the zone. The backhand clear attempt doesn't work. Centering chance deflects off an Ames player's stick. Sachesky picks it up, throws it in the slot, but Smith can't control it. He's got 2-3 Ames players on him. Ames gets a hold of it, manages. Oh, Ryan Waterman gets a stick on it, holds it, sends it on. Oh, Sachesky deflects it just wide of the net. Then he takes another shot off the side. The puck's still loose down there. It's being bounced around. Blanc gets a hold of it. Oh, it's off the skates of a Cyclone player. Oh, an attempt to go to the point. Doesn't work. It's out. Waterman has it. Sends it up to Mendoza, but it's popped right back out by the Cyclones. Driscoll can't control the pass, but he gets to it first. Chesky has it. He looks, sends it back across the ice. Brock sends it, but it's taken off his stick by Waterman, who's in all alone, takes a hard shot. The goalie stops it. It's all alone at the hash marks, right in the slot, but Ames got to it and sent it down the ice. Guile gets to it, 26 seconds left on the power play. Guile sends it up ice. It's deflected high. It's almost gloved at the red line by an Ames player. But the Blues manages to get through the crowd. Munsterman battling hard, maintains control, sends it to the top of the slot, but it comes off a Blues stick. It's sent down the ice. And Guile has to come back, pick it up. 1 second left. Teams are full strength. Puck sent up and off a Blues player. Ames gets to it, sends it right back in the blue zone. Spector gets to it. He's looking. Carrying it. Nice little pass, but doesn't connect. But the puck gets out of the zone. Munsterman loses control. Driscoll sends it in off the goalie to the far boards at the hash marks. Carroll hits the man hard, drives him, but there's no penalty. Offsides. Blues tag up. Ames trying to clear it out. Alexander throws it deeper, but Ames controls. But it's off of Price's skates. Right in the slot, loose. And the puck is loose. And it's in. I don't know who scored that. I don't think it originally went in. I think the goalie swatted it out before it crossed the line with his paddle, but it just laid there. I think Price, is skating through the line first. I think the ref is asking who scored it also. So the Blues are up 2-0 on an exciting play in front of the net where the goalie made a couple nice saves but couldn't control the rebound. The defense couldn't clear it out. The Blues kept poking at it. So we have Place. We have Beckwith. We have Pruitt out there as forwards with Cutcomp and Waterman back on D. Puck's tied up along the near boards. Ames gets it, throws it in from the red line. Waterman hustles back, sends it around the boards, but nobody there. It gets out of the zone. Ames collects it, but loses control. Pruitt pushes it past. It's a 2-on-1, sends it to Hayden. There's a shot, goes wide. Pruitt gets driven hard off the puck. Ames sends it up. Cutcomp sends it back down. Pruitt has control. He throws it to nobody in front of the net. Place slaps one hard off the goalie. Ames sends it to the corner. Goes up. Beckwith gets her stick in the way. Pruitt throws one on the ice low. Oh, Beckwith overskated it, but Waterman gets to it. Sent it to Place, who wasn't ready in the corner. Battle in the corner. Ames sends it up, but Waterman picks it up. Slides it at the net. Nobody there. Pruitt back over to it. First one to it. Sends it down low. Gets hammered for his efforts. Up to Waterman. Shoots one wide. Place gets it. Tries to throw it in front. Place gets it. Sends it back to Waterman. He throws it through a crowd. Ames sends it back to the point. Cop can't control. But his big stick, he gets it on it. Pruitt at the hash marks along the board. Sends it across. Place can't get to it, but now he's got it. He tries to backhand one to Beckwith, but it goes off the skates of the Ames player. Sends it up to Waterman again at the line. Waterman's shot is deflected high off the netting. That was good pressure by that line. No clean attempts, but they were getting to the puck and sending it high and getting shots. So the Cyclone goalie's had his work cut out for him on this period. So we have a change-up. We have Blunt taking the face-off with Smith and Mendoza. We got Guile and Zacheski back on the blue line. There's the drop. Blunt wins it. Mendoza sends it to Zacheski, who sends it into the corner. And it's fired by Ames. No icing. Said it was deflection. Zacheski gets to it first, but sends it a little far ahead of himself. He's in the other corner now battling. Ames comes away with it, but it's knocked off the stick of the Ames player. Zacheski chips it around both the Cyclone players. Zacheski going to the net with Blanc. Blanc takes a shot and scores! Zacheski racing down the ice as a defenseman, taking part of the rush, pushes the D back and Sam Blanc sends one off the far post. Kalang to make it 3-0 in favor of the Quad City Blues. 7:48 left in the second period. Ames is looking around a little stunned. So far, the ice has been tilted in favor of the Blues, but we still have a period and a half left. Well, I've been corrected. Apparently, it was Max Smith who scored that, not Sam Blanc. One's 88 or 86, and one's 81. From up here, sometimes it's hard to tell. We had a whistle. Intentional. What was that? Wow, they actually taken it all the way down. Yeah, I know. You don't see that often. All right, so they call intentional offside. So we have Drissel, we have Munsterman, and Brock Carroll out there as the forwards with Cutcomp and Spector back on the blue line. Blues come away with it, but can't control it. Puck's getting bounced around in the corner, and there's a hand pass. I can call it from here. So that'll come out to neutral ice. There'll be a face-off just outside of the Cyclone zone. Right here next to us on the near boards. The Blues are switching up their forwards. We have Alexander taking the face-off. He wins it back. It's between our D. He's out there with Carson and Price. Price has 1 goal in the game. Ames pressing hard. Spector coughs it up. Carson battling in the corner. Abe sends it up. Cyclones have a shot on net. There's a nice clear by Cutcomp. Cyclones had a chance, but it was just laying there just outside the crease in the slot. Puck's deflected out. There'll be a face-off to the right of Cody Harkey. Blues change up the D. We have Guile and Waterman coming out there. We have Alexander taking the face-off with Carson and Price as the other forwards. There's the whistle, drop of the puck. Ames comes away with it, but Ryan Waterman has his stick in a perfect place. He headmans the puck up to Carson, but he loses it. Puck's still in the zone. Alexander comes, he looks, takes a shot low on the nice rebound off the pad, but nobody was there for the Blues. Waterman picks it up, carries it in the zone. He's looking. Nice low one right in the midsection. The goalie gives up the rebound, but pulls it in with that big paddle, and he'll take a stoppage for a face-off to his right. The Blues have really picked the pace up in the second period. So we have a change of forwards. We have Place taking the face-off with Pruitt and Beckwith. Guile and Waterman back on the blue line. And we have a Cyclone player leaving the bench. Must have been some injury or something, or equipment. Nobody's in the box, no penalty, so I guess everything's good. We'll have 5-on-5 hockey. There's the whistle. Drop of the puck. Ames wins it, but Beckwith gets her stick on it. In the way, Hayden takes a shot. It's blocked off one of the skates of the D man. Guile jumps down, throws it. It bounces cross corner. Beckwith racing to get to it. Ames throws it up. Place gets to it, though. Nobody in the slot. Beckwith on the Cyclone player. Drives him down, but sent up the boards. There's a check along the boards by Pruitt, but he goes down. And the Cyclones control. Managed to get it out. They send it up the ice, but I believe it's going to go for icing. That's the signal. Yes, icing. Just a little too far up the ice. So we'll bring it back into the Cyclone end of the ice. There'll be a face-off to the right of the Cyclone goalie. And the Blues will change up. They bring out Smith and Mendoza with Blanc taking the face-off for the forwards. Spector and Sachesky back on the blue line. Blunk wins it. Spectre shoots it, but it's right off the Cyclone player. Oh, Spectre gathers it in and misses the top corner just by inches above the glove of the goalie. There's a shot that goes off the skates of another Cyclone player. And Ames gets it out to the neutral ice. They send it up, but Smith collects it. He's going for a ride. Across the red line, carries it in. Tries to dipsy doodle around, but gets hit for his troubles. And the Cyclones come away with it, chip it out, but Sucheski gets it, throws it right back in. The Blues tag up. Puck's deep. Here comes Blanc, presses the man behind the net, sends it up the boards. Ames tries to chip it up, but Sucheski right in the way, comes to the top of the slot, tries to pass it to Mendoza, but it doesn't get through. Ames sends it down the ice on net. There'll be no icing, but Harkey decides to hold on to it with number 9 from the Cyclones coming hard. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Cody Harkey as the refs decide which way it's going. So we have a change up at the forwards for the Blues. Munsterman out there with Drissel, and I can't see who's on the far side. It might be Brock Carroll with Cutcomp and Guile back on the blue line. Oh, puck goes dangerously in front of the net. Cutcomp can't clear it. It comes off his stick, but Ames followed it to the boards. Puck's played with a high stick, but it's waved down. Comes up the near boards, deflected high, and it's gloved down by Guile, but Cyclones get to it first, so there's no whistle. Cutcomp sends it around. Brock Carroll can't control it. Sent back down. Drissel picks it up, takes a look, sends it off the far boards. Deflects all the way on net. The goalie tries to play it. Ames has to slap it out to the neutral zone. But two Blues players run into each other. And there's a whistle, offsides. The Blues lucked out. A little bit of confusion in the neutral zone between a couple Blues players, and Ames came away with it. They were looking at a 2-on-1 with a half a step on the defenseman. But the play is blown down as offside. With 4:20 left in the second period, Blues up 3-0 on the Cyclones. There's a drop of the puck. Alexander muscles it way in. Spectre gets a hold of it, throws it up the boards, but Ames collects it. But the Blues are offsides. Carson was trying not to play it, but one of his linesmen was 5 feet ahead of him. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone, this time right in front of the Blues bench. 4:11 left to the second period. Cyclones looking for some answers here to a very strong performance by the Quad City Blues in the second period. The Blues end up winning the face-off. Carson backhand off the goalie. Goes to the end boards. Cyclones pick it up. Driven off the puck. Waterman pinches deep. Sends it back up to Price, covering the point. Price looks. Shoots. Oh, gets through, but a blocker save. Carson gets to it. Sends it up. Spectre gets it. Sends it hard. Bounces off somebody. Cyclones send it around the boards, carry it back down, send it around the other side. Price chases to it, first to it, sent to the point, sent back down. Cyclones can't get it out, still in. It's being knocked up and down the boards, it's still in. Cyclones are just slapping at it. The Blues keep sending it right into the same crowd. Finally, it gets deep to the goalie. Goalie stops it. A little confusion on Ames' part. They pick it up. And they finally get it out of the zone. It's 2-on-2. Sucheski cuts across. Pass to the middle of the ice. Waterman runs the man off the puck. It's low. Below the goal line. Waterman gets to it, but he sends it up to a Cyclone player. He can't control it. The puck sent out just past Carson's stick. Beckwith is on it, but Ames gets to it, sends it to the red line. Waterman checks his man hard. And there'll be a penalty. So Waterman will get called for roughing with 2:51 in the second period. The Ames Cyclones will be going on their second power play of the game. So the Blues are sending out their penalty killing unit. They have Blanc and Mendoza out there with Sicheski and Guile. Sicheski comes away with the puck after the drop. Loses it behind the net, but gets back to it. Sends it up along the glass, along the boards. And it gets out. Ames has to touch up. They do. Blanc battling two Cyclones along the boards. They finally send it deep. Sicheski gets to it, takes it for a ride behind the net, fires it, but it's off a Cyclone player. But he skates through. He ties up two of them, but Ames comes away. The Cyclones get it. Nice scoring chance, and they do. I think Cody might have been screened by his own player there. A nice play by the Cyclone player below the goal line. Saw a forward right there at the bottom of the circle. Nice little pass. So at 2:23, Ames gets on the board with their first goal on a power play, which gives you 3-1 in favor of the Blues with 2:23 left in the second period. So back to center ice we go for the face-off. We have Drissel, we have Brock Carroll, and Munsterman as your forwards with Cutcomp and Spector back. Cyclones win the face-off but throw the puck up into the zone. Drissel collects it off a pass from Spector. His pass to Carroll is a miss, and it goes all the way down for an icing. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Cody Harkey. Oh, nope, to the left. They're bringing it over here. There's the drop of the puck. Drissel wins it back. Spector gets to it, chips it around the board. Munsterman races over, but the Cyclones get to it first. It's off a Blues player skates, bouncing around down to the corner. Cutcomp gets to it. He can't control. Drissel ties his man up. Puck's just sitting there. Nobody wants to come away with it. Finally, the Cyclones get it but can't control it. Cutcomp sends it around to Spector. Here he comes with speed. He's up around one man, gets it out. Still has control but chips it in. Puck goes in on the goalie who slows it down. 1:36 left. The Blues check their man off the puck. Puck sent up ice. Could be a 2-on-1. Number 7 from the Cyclones couldn't control. The rest of the team went for a change. Cutcomp gets to it. Looks around. Finally gets it to a Blues player. They chip it up the boards. Munsterman can't get past the red line with it. It's bouncing around. It's in the zone. It's out. And I believe that's going to be offside. So at 1:06 left in the second period, the Blues change up their unit. Alexander taking the face-off with Karsten and Price, the other forwards, Sicheski and Waterman back. The Blues win it. Price, oh, nice! Extra effort by Jackson Price to get to that puck. He got around his man, looked over, and I believe that's Trey Alexander with probably his first of the season. Right there on the doorstep where he should be. And he gets the biscuit in the basket to go up 4-1. Good job. All right, so the Blues have the same lineup out there. 1:01 left in the second. There's the signal. The whistle. Drop of the puck. Alexander hard between the Cyclones skates. But Ames comes away with it. Throws it in. 54 seconds left of the first. Ames controls behind the net. Two players go down. There's no signal. Here comes Carson. He's looking. Gets over the red line. Fires it in on net. The goalie gives up a nice rebound. And Ames throws it down the ice, but it's going to die. Here comes Harkey out to play it. He tips it around behind him. Dangerous play, but it worked out. Waterman can come up the ice. 30 seconds. Gets Price. He loses control, but he sends it further up the ice. And Ames sends it back in the zone. It's a foot race. Sicheski looking at the man. Sicheski got there. Waterman sends it back behind the net, but a Cyclone player's there first. Cyclones have it behind the goal line. Throw one along the goal line that bounces off of Harkey. He loses his stick. It goes up in the air. Puck still in the zone. Finally out. 1 second left. And there's the buzzer. A very strong second period for the Blues. See them score 3 and only give up 1 on a power play. But there was a little bit of slapstick hockey there in the waning seconds of that period. Thankfully, we didn't give up any goals there for the last minute or two when we were just throwing the puck around willy-nilly. All right, so we'll have the period break, and we'll be back for all the exciting third period action of the Quad City Blues Ames Cyclones JV hockey game. All right, welcome back for some exciting third period action between the Quad City Blues and the Ames Cyclones. The Blues are up 4-1 after an exciting third period that saw the Blues score 3 goals. We have goals so far from Max Smith, Jackson Price tallied 2, and Trey Alexander has a goal with 2 assists. So that line with Jackson Price and Trey Alexander on it have been very productive this game so far. So let's see if we can keep it up in this third period. Ames, I'm sure, went in the locker room looking for some answers, talking strategy. Now they're gathered up, getting that last-minute instructions. With 4, 3, 2, and 1, there's the buzzer. Teams will be headed to the benches, and we'll be headed to center ice for the drop of the puck and exciting third period action. All right, we have 15 minutes on the clock. Teams have gathered at center ice. There's the whistle, there's the signal. Blanc taking the face-off with Mendoza and Smith out there, with Sucheski and Guile back on the blue line. Blues win the face-off. Sucheski feathers it up the board. Mendoza can't get to it. The Cyclones come away with it. Back behind the net they go, rifle it around the boards, lose control. Guile at the blue line can't keep it in. Blanc, who's covering, sends it over to Sucheski. It's off the far boards and out. Mendoza gets it, skates it back in the zone, loses control under pressure. Backhands it around to Guile. Guile sends it back around the boards. Mendoza pokes at it, but it's sent deep. Sucheski has to race for it. Guile mishandles it right to a Cyclone player on the side of the net. Sent to the side. Harkey sends it behind the goal line. Cyclones come out with a little purpose in this period, trying to make up for a 3-goal deficit. Here comes Sucheski, across the red line into the zone. Backhands on the goalie. Puck behind the net. Ooh, a dangerous play. Hits it up from behind, but off the side of the goalie. Puck finally out to center ice. Blunt gets it, sends it over to Guile. He skates it further back. He's pressured. Out of the zone he goes, across the red line, sends it deep. The Blues change up behind the play. Blunt gets to it. The goalie out of the net trying to play it. Finally gets back to the crease. And I think that was Cutcomp that sent it further down. Cyclones get it out. Mendoza trying to line the man up but can't get to it. The Ames player falls down on his own but sends it off the side of Cody Harkey. But Waterman comes out with it, chips it up. He's chasing after it. No icing. Gets to it first, right in front. Oh, Brock Carroll can't get his stick on it. Drissel overskates it. The Cyclones come out. There's a missed check by Munsterman. Drissel pushing his man. Puck sent to the slot. Nobody there for the Cyclones. Out comes Munsterman into the zone. He gets around a man, but loses control. Puck goes to the corner. Cyclones try to get it out. It's hemmed up along the boards. Munsterman shot off the blocker, goes to the far corner. Carroll sends it low. Drissel up to the point. Hard shot by Spector. Oh, and a save by the goalie. Everybody had to look and was All right, after a nice stop by the goalie, we have a face-off to his right. Puck's up in the air. Beckwith sends it below the goal line. Cyclones get to it first, place to it, sends it up the boards, but not far enough. Cyclones get to it. Oh, Cop can't control it. Names comes away with it. in the zone, but he gets his big stick in the way. Harkey has to deflect it behind the net. Both the Ames and the Blues overskate the puck. Pruitt battling in the corner for it against two Cyclones. Comes up, Place sends it over. Pruitt comes out of the crowd with it. Up the ice he goes, but he can't control it. He's mobbed by a bunch of Cyclone players. They send it down the ice. No icing's the signal. Sachesky has to skate back for it. He's pressured hard. Spector down, tries to pick it up, but it comes out to Pruitt, who gets it out. He's still trying to control it. Foot race is on. Puck sent to the blue line and flicked out, but I think it might go for icing. And there's the signal, icing. So there'll be a face-off all the way back on the Cyclone end of the ice to the left of the goalie. The Blues, after a dominating second period, are struggling a little bit here in the third. There's the drop of the puck. Cyclones come away with it, carry it behind the net, pull up, send it up. It's deflected out of the zone, but the Blues will be first to it. Sachesky cuts across the ice, gets it, sends it off the boards to a Cyclone waiting in the zone. He sends it up high, cross ice off the far boards. Gill sends it up to Price. Price sends it in. Karsten after it deep, but Ames gets to it first. They send it up, doing a nice job of controlling it. They chip it. It's out of the zone. Just past Alexander's stick. Alexander over on it. And Ames throws it deep. Waterman gets to it first, but he has trouble controlling it. He sends it up. Alexander finally gets to it, skates out with it, loses control, skates back with it, sends it up the boards. At the hash marks, Ames sends it deep below the goal line. Waterman hits his man hard along the boards. They come away with it, but Carson has a stick nicely in the way, makes a nice move. He is over the red line, slows down, pulls up at the blue line, gets it in. Backhand on net by Price. Goalie swats it aside. Shot on. Alexander knocks it away. Again, this line has 3 of the 4 goals. Cyclones finally managed to get out. Cutcomp falls down. Waterman hustling back. Cody, nice job stopping the breakaway. It's sent up and around. The Blues are doing a fire drill change there. I was worried there'd be too many men. All right, so the Blues get to it behind their own net, send it up. Blunk gets it, comes off his stick. He sends it over to Smith. Nice. Crosses in the zone. Fires one. It goes wide behind the net, bounces off the end boards, comes up the boards. Cutcomp gets a stick on it, but can't send it too deep. Here come the Cyclones. Cross the red line, lose control, but still in the zone it gets. Gain control of it, cuts across top of the circle, sends it back to the blue line, but right to Sam Blunk, who is waiting. He's all alone with Smith. He comes in, cuts, and he shoots it off the side of the net. He had the goalie down and beat. Puck up the ice. And Mendoza battles his man off the puck, gets it, backhands it around to Spector, who's waiting. He skates it back behind the net, sends it around Cutcomp, who just chips it up the boards. Cyclones get to it first, send it back down, back up to the point, shot on net. Harkey controls it, but drops it off for Spector. Spector bumps it up the board, but nobody there. It's going all the way. The goalie plays it, no icing. Cyclones pull up, send it around the boards. It's over the stick of a Blues player and out. But Carver Gills gets it, sends it around too hard and on net. And the goalie will cover up with Carver coming in hard. So there'll be a face-off to the right of the Cyclone goalie. 8:47 left in the third period. The Quad City Blues 4, Ames Cyclones 1. And a back-and-forth third period that saw a breakaway just a minute ago by the Cyclones, stopped by Harkey. There's a nice hard shot from Giles at the point that's gloved by the goalie. So we have Drissel taking the face-off. He's out there with Munsterman and I believe Brock Carroll. Dropping the puck, but there's a whistle. Somebody jumped over. And we have Sachesky and Guile back on the blue line. All right, as the puck's brought all the way back to the Ames end, there's the whistle. Drop of the puck. The Blues win it. Up the board. Guile gets it. Throws it behind the net. Cyclones get to it first. Send it back around. Up the boards it goes. Giles get to it, but it bounces to a Cyclone who carries it out. He's in the zone. He gets around Dressel. Sends it around. But the Blues get to it first. It's out of the zone. It's sent back in. Ames has to tag up. They do. It's thrown out. There goes Munsterman in a foot race. He's rode off along the boards. Ames sends it behind the net, but right to a Blues player. Guile slows it down with a stick. Sends it deep again. Munsterman racing for it. It's a battle, but the Cyclone player gets there first. Sends it behind the net. The Cyclones pick it up. Carry it out the opposite side. Up the ice. But Trey Alexander picks it off, but his shot is blocked off by a Ames player who's in the way. Guile tries to hit Munsterman, but he's on the other side of the red line, and the pass misses, so it goes down for icing. We'll have a face-off all the way back in the Blues end of the ice. Face-off to the right of Cody Harkey, 7:43 of the third period. Quad City Blues 4, Ames Cyclones 1. There's the whistle. Drop of the puck. Nobody comes away with it. It pops up. Price gets it, chips it out to the neutral ice. It's chipped back in. Then Price sends it right to a Cyclone player. There's a lot of bodies. The Blues send it up to the point, but the Cyclone player takes a shot from the point, bounces it off a teammate. The Blues chip it out. It's fired back in. Ames tags up. Waterman takes a look, gets to it, sends it up the boards to Price. Price loses control. It goes down to a Cyclone player. He loses control. Price has it. Sends it around to Cutcomp, who loses control, but gets it. Sends it back around to Waterman, who drops his stick. So at the far hash marks along the boards, Waterman finally comes away with it, chips it up, but Cyclones do a nice job keeping it in. Try to shoot it in, but it's off Karsten. And finally, the Blues get it out. They're battling along the boards. Nobody seems to know where it is. It's bouncing off bodies. And it's in the zone, and Price all alone. Low shot blocked off by the goalie. Nice job. But an Ames player runs into his own goalie. His goalie's laying down. There's a whistle. I didn't see everything that happened, but I saw the an Ames player hit the goalie. Was there a Blues player there too?
Friendly fire. They just ran into each other.
Well, sometimes that happens when a back checker's coming back hard, trying to ride an opposing player off the puck or out of position. Contact's made with your own goalie sometimes. So the Blues are collected at center ice. I think they had a little confusion as to where the faceoff was going to be. So we have Place, Pruitt, Beckwith out there with Guile and Spector back on the blue line. There's the whistle. Drop of the puck. It's one back. Spector shoots. It's off a Cyclone player. And the race is on. But Guile and Spector both back in good position. Flipped high over the net. Beckwith to it. But she loses control. It's chipped down and out. Place racing after it, but the Cyclones get to it first. Beckwith can't control. It's chipped back in. The Blues tag up. Sent deep. Cyclones come around the side of their net, send it all the way down the ice. That'll be icing. And the Blues will change up with 6:01 left in the third period, leading 4-1. So we have Drissel, Munsterman, and Carroll out there as the forwards, with Waterman and Cutcomp back on the blue line. Drop of the puck. Blues win it. Back to Waterman. He looks, takes a shot. Oh, nice glove save by the goalie through a crowd. So will there be a face-off to the left of the Cyclone goalie again? Neither team changes up. Keeps the same personnel. There's the whistle. There's the lineup. Drop of the puck. Cyclones win it. Send it behind their own net. Around to the far side. Cutcomp pinches down. Ties the puck up. Ties the man up. Carroll's in there. banging bodies, banging sticks. The puck bouncing around. Waterman, it gets past him out to neutral ice. But Driscoll gets it, sends it in. Munsterman chases. Carroll chases. Oh, there's a big collision between Brock Carroll and a big defenseman from the Cyclones. But Carroll's up and fine. Two Ames players take each other down. They turn it over at the red line. The Blues pick it up, send it deeper back. Fancy little play by Driscoll up to Jackson Cutcomp, who sends it up. But then we lose control. Blues get it back. Waterman sends it off the boards. But that'll go for icing. So back and forth we go with 5:09 left in the third period. Quad City Blues 4. The Ames Cyclones 1. The faceoff will come all the way back to the right of Cody Harkey. We have Alexander. We have Price. And who else was out there? Karsten. Carson sends it up to Price. Price will get to it first. He's deep, carries it back. Oh, it's off the skates of a Cyclone player. He sends it around. Carson, his shot gets blocked. Nice play by Price. Price having a heck of a game. 2 goals and an assist. Spector gets it, carries it up the board. He and Carson coming on. It's a 3-on-2. Oh, that was close. Spector had to make a little move right there at the blue line, causing a teammate to go offside. So we'll have a face-off in front of the Cyclone bench on the far side. The Blues change up. We have Place, Pruitt, Beckwith out there with Guile and Spector back on defense. There's a drop of the puck. There's a scramble. Nobody comes away with it yet. Cyclones send it in. Spector gets to it, sends it back up the boards. Place gets the stick lift. Beckwith carries it up, sends it over to Place. It's off his skates, though. He gets back in the way, sends it to the blue line. And it's ruled that it left the zone. I didn't think it did either. I think we caught a break there. So the Blues catch a break. So we have a change on defense. We bring out Waterman and Cutcomp. 4:24 left in the third. Drop of the puck. Place wins it back. Waterman takes a look, sends it up to Pruitt. Pruitt skating in. Gets past his man, goes to the net. Oh, but he loses control. Beckwith right at the front of the net looking for a pass. It never comes. Waterman drops off to Place. Place over to Cutcomp. Cutcomp sends a low one in. It's off the goalie. And it's sent down the ice. Will it go for icing? It's rolling on edge. And there's icing. So we have icing on the Cyclones. The puck will come all the way back to the right of the Cyclone goalie. Grayer Pruitt got around his man nice, but then couldn't control the puck. Daisy Beckwith went right to the front of the crease and was looking for the pass, but Pruitt lost control. All right, we have Driscoll out there with Munsterman and Brock Carroll. The Cyclones win the face-off, but can't get the puck out. Now they do. They carry it out. They flip it up, but it's knocked down nicely by Waterman, but they come away with it. But because of the nice stick work of Ryan Waterman, Cyclones go offside. So the face-off will be just outside the blue zone on the near dot here in front of us. There's the whistle. Teams line up. Drop of the puck. The Blues win it. Spector has to skate back for it. Ames is on him. Oh! Spector stopped, and the Ames player overskated it. Here comes Spector. Through neutral ice, carries the puck in, but he's squeezed off, and Ames sends it out. The Blues send it back up. Munsterman battling for it, sends it in, chases after it. It's a foot race. Drives his man into the boards, but the Cyclones get it and send it up. Spector gets a hold of it, fires one. Oh, wide of the net, glove side. Munsterman gets to it, sends it all the way across, somehow gets through to Spector, who gets in! Oh, I feel bad for the goalie on that one because I don't think he ever saw where it came from, and it bounced off him. Did it bounce off somebody's skate in there? Yeah. Well, Driscoll's going through the line first, so I think he scored it. That'll give your Blues a 5-1 lead with 3:04 left in the third period. It was a nice drive by the Blues, and then just an unfortunate bounce for the Ames goalie, who's faced a lot of shots, made a lot of nice saves. All right, so while we get the goal scorer and the assist sorted out by the officiating crew, we have Alexander, Karsten, and Price as your forwards, with Zacheski and Cutcomp back on the blue line. Drop of the puck. Cyclones win it nicely, but it gets past the D. They have to rush all the way back below the goal line, pick it up on the end boards. But Price, who again is battling hard, ties them up, and the Blues come away with it. But the Cyclones gain control, but Cutcomp ties them up along the boards, pokes it down deep. Price battling after it. Cyclones control it, but send it up the boards to Cutcomp, and then Cutcomp's floored for his efforts. And there'll be a penalty. I believe they're going to call roughing on the hit on Cutcomp. So with 2:35 left in the game, you're going to have a Blues power play. Definitely not what the Cyclones would want at this point in the game. So we have Alexander, Price, and Karsten out there getting a little power play action for their efforts, with Guile and Spector back on the blue line. 2 minutes up on the board, 5-1 in favor of the Blues. There's the whistle. Drop of the puck. Scramble for the puck. Price almost came out of there with it, sends it back to Spector. He slaps a hard one. I don't think anybody saw that go until it hit the boards. Guile picks it up, carries it back, sends it all the way over to Spector again. Hits Alexander with a nice pass right in the center of the ice. He takes it deep, sends it back up. Spector skates down, carries it into the corner. Behind the net, he's looking on his backhand. Comes up, slides it in. There's a shot by Alexander, but it bounces off some skates. Battle in the corner. Price, Alexander, and a Cyclone player. Puck still not under control. And it's sent across the crease. There's going to be a penalty. I think both of them are going to go. Nope. It looks like Alexander is going to get a penalty. Indication is holding. I thought it was an even wrestling match in the corner, but the referee says this one goes to you. So the Blues are going to have 1:52. Nope, I take that back. They're going to have a minute 17 of 4-on-4 hockey with 1:52 left in the third period. Then they'll be killing any time left. So the Blues get to it, send it up ice. Pruitt gets to it. Place rushes in. But the Cyclones get it, send it out. Cutcomp has to hustle. He gets that big stick in the way. Sends it to the boards, but the Cyclones carry it in. Try to muscle their way through. Top of the slot, loose puck. Oh, just out of the reach of the Cyclone player who was on the side of the net. He could have put it in the open side. Waterman gets it. Tries to send it over to Place, but it's off a stick of the Cyclone player, who sends it up to Cutcomp, waiting in the neutral zone. Pruitt gets it, sends it up the boards, but not in. And Ames sends it. It'll be icing. Because 4-on-4 hockey, we have the full rules, no free icing. So the Blues change up. Ames change up. Face-off comes back to the right of the Ames goalie. We have Munsterman out there with Beckwith, with Guile and Spector back on the blue line. Some 4-on-4 hockey for 31 seconds, and we have a minute 6 left in the game. Blues win the faceoff. Munsterman backhands it towards the net. Gets control, comes up, sends it up the ice. Guile shoots one in. It's off the goalie. Beckwith playing it in front of the net. Couldn't get a stick on it. Puck goes below the goal line. And here come the Cyclones up the ice. They send it up. Guile comes back. There's a shot. Cody makes a nice save. 8 seconds left on 4-on-4 hockey. 43 seconds left. 43.2 seconds left in the game. So the Blues will have to kill off about 35 seconds of penalty. There's the face-off. The puck sent up the ice. Carson gets to it, sends it up. Price skates around, sends it deeper, skates to it, pokes at it, but the Cyclones get it. They send it right to Price behind the net. He couldn't get it to Carson, who was in front of the net. Spector weaving around. Ames is on the power play, sends it up across the blue line. They feather it across, but out of the reach of one of their players. Guile takes a look, gets a hold of it. He sends it to the point, but not out. Price gets it up, out of the zone. Cyclones send it right back to them. Finally, they get it out of the zone. Here they come through neutral ice, and that's the game. Whew, exciting game back and forth, but the Blues come out on top of a score of 5-1 against the Ames Cyclones. So that's your JV game, very exciting. So we'll be back in a little bit with the varsity game in about 20, 25 minutes. So stick around for that. We'll see you soon.